Hello everyone. It was back in 2022 when I first had a chance to take a look at this. Antidote Wood Sprite, the trail bike from the tiny Polish manufacturer. These are handmade frames that look absolutely stunning. Today I have it as a full bike, so I can't wait to tell you how this is built. Let's check it out. And I think you're gonna like the interesting mix of premium and quality budget components that this bike was built with. And what I would definitely consider premium is the frame. The finish, the Bugatti red finish of this frame is absolutely stunning. You can see the 50% coverage of the paint that's done on purpose, just so you can see the carbon that this is built with. They do use their proprietary suspension that's called FDS. This is the small version of that for 120 or 135 millimeter rear suspension. Rear suspension that, if you remember from my frame details, has the shock installed right behind the seat post. This provides a fairly long 450 millimeter chainstay, but this bike is quite long. I have 485 reach for this large frame, and you know what? It feels super stable in the little riding that I've done with it. Suspension is definitely premium, and you can see that Fox 36 up front, and you have the Float X shock in the back of the bike. The front is 150, the rear is set up as 135 right now. Wheels are definitely premium. You can see the Hawk 30 from Bird with the two red spokes here bracing the valve. The rest of them are left white. That makes a really nice contrast. And these are built with their Talon hubs. They work very well. These are ratchet hubs that I have reviewed on my channel not too long ago. And you could argue that that's the end of the premium components that this bike was built with, but don't be fooled. These are top-notch quality components. You can see the XTR shifter that is paired with a mix of XTR and XT. XT pedals and cranks, absolute black oval. That's an XTR chain. And in the back, you have again an XT cassette and an XTR derailleur that's well worth the investment. If you never had the chance, I would highly recommend the Ergon grips. Of course, these are color matching with the rest of the components here. And here's the Cura brakes that I have reviewed a while ago on my channel. And just like I mentioned in my video, these Cura 2-piston, these were used for downhill, so they're super powerful. Definitely when paired with the 203 millimeter. These are Formula discs as well that seem to work just fine. Tires are definitely considered to be budget, but I do have a review on my channel taking a close look at their whole lineup. With enough clearance in the back for 2.6 tires, you have a 2.4 steady in the rear, and up front you have the Versatile. This is in 2.5. Nice big fat tires, but plenty of clearance both in the fork and the back of the bike. Cockpit is completed with the 800 millimeter P&W bars, carbon bars. You have the new P&W stem, and as you would expect, color matching P&W remote that is used with the P&W Loam dropper. And you can see the Ergon saddle that is quite comfortable. How does it ride? Well, it's hard for me to tell without meaningful minutes on it, but I can tell you that it feels just like my Santa Cruz Tallboy. Fairly long bike, stable at speed. The wheelbase is fairly long, and I'm just gonna leave you with my friend Paul. Thanks, Paul, for lending me the bike. He's always raving about the downhill abilities of the bike, and he also talks about it as being a decent climber for what it is. Trail 135 millimeter bike built with a piggyback shock. No matter how you look at this, this is the ultimate custom bike. Definitely boutique company, Antidote from Poland. Wood Sprite 135. How do you guys like it? Would you buy a bike like this? Would you build a bike like this? Do you have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps my channel. And until next time, hope to see you guys on the trails. Cheers, guys. Cheers.